welcome back to Giselle Eats. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. I hope everyone is well and in great spirits. Today, we will be making vegetable soup. My style or my take on a homemade vegetable soup. Do y'all remember when we had those T-bone steaks for the vegetable bowl that we made? I'm going to insert a clip or a tab right about in this section or a little bit before, but these are the bones and the remnants from those T-bone steaks and some fat pieces from any type of standing rib roast we have, any type of chuck roast that we have. This is just bones and kind of fatty pieces. What we want to do with those pieces, we should always save them because they're perfect for your soups, but we're going to render those down, get all the fat, all the flavor. I only season these bones and these fat pieces with heavy salt and pepper because they will be in the stew. There isn't a lot of meat on these bones. It's mostly fat, but yes, it will be inside of the stew. Some of the real gritty fatty pieces, I will take those out, but I just want this for the flavor. I think it'd be perfect for this type of vegetable stew. You do not have to do this, but I will say you're gonna miss out on these flavors that the bones and these fatty pieces have to offer. But we're gonna also stew this. It's gonna be tomato based, so we will stew this down with, of course, some tomato sauce. We will stew this down with a quarter cup of red wine, a good red wine. I'm using a cab today, and a couple of frozen vegetables. We won't be using any fresh vegetables today. Besides, I will add in some fresh carrots that will be towards the end because it'll be so hot the way that I shave the carrots. By the time it's time to serve them, they'll be wilted down and nice and tender, but holding together for the stew. And I will add the mushrooms in last. One of our fresh elements that I do recommend that you use for this dish is your Italian parsley. You know, Italian parsley is one of my favorite herbs to use, and I think this will be perfect. But we're going to get these good and browned really well. I did brown these in 2 heaping tablespoons of baking drippings. We're going to render those down until they're nice and brown. We're going to remove them from your pot. We're going to use the excess oil and grease to cook down our flour and onions. Now I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of flour, and I'm going to use an entire white onion. Before we start with the flowers and the onions, make sure you reduce the heat down some. Do not remove any of the gooey bits at the bottom. That's going to help flavor our soup. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because it'll definitely be more. Now, like I said before, I have a whole white onion and I'm going to use 2 heaping tablespoons of flour. That's going to start the base of our soup. Now, you don't have to use the flour. I usually do not use it. If I would have had some tomato paste, I would have probably using that as my thickener, but I did not have any tomato paste. This is made with stuff that I've already have in the house. I did not go out and buy anything. I already had frozen lima beans, mixed vegetables, and okra. And I already had the bone remnants, and I had an onion. So, and this is how we're going to make the stock. I am going to use 2 cans of tomato sauce. Any tomato sauce of your liking, I recommend you use it. And once it's time to season it, we're going to season it, with our standard stuff that we always use: garlic powder, onion powder, beef bouillon, a little thyme, a little celery stalk. I did not have any celery. I would have preferred to at least have a couple of celery stalks, but I did not have any today, so we use some celery salt. Make sure you watch your sodium with this dish. We will be using water to build this as well, so you can fluctuate with your salts and make sure you taste as we go. But we're going to use 1 pack of our Lipton onion soup mix. That's also going to help keep it rich and thick. And then we're going to go in with our other seasonings: the garlic powder, the onion powder, the beef bouillon. I did add a little bit of crushed red peppers just to bring in a little heat element, not to make it spicy, but to give it a kind of a question mark, like, ooh, is it just cracked pepper, or is there something spicy inside of the soup? So I did add a little bit, just a little bit of crushed red pepper. We're going to go in with our all-purpose. I love using all-purpose. I feel like it's a little bit of everything plus a little bit of sodium. I did add in some cumin. I like cumin with my beefs, especially any type of stew, soup, or roast with gravy. I think cumin is a great element. It always adds some earthy, woodsy notes to your dish. We're going to cook that flour down for about 10 minutes or until the flour is brown before we go in with our wine and tomato sauce. So I started off with 4 cups of water. 4 cups of water, just to see how much I really wanted. I knew that I wanted to make some for me, some for mom, and some for G. And I said, 4 cups is good, but I'm gonna make it a little bit larger so I can make sure I'm able to share. So I am gonna go back in with another 2.5, 3 cups of water when I start to add in the rest, the meat and the vegetables. Remember, I'm using frozen vegetables. If you want, you can use canned vegetables. I would recommend you drain the juice out of those cans and rinse it off, but it's totally up to you if you want to use canned vegetables and use the juice from the can. I wouldn't. If I had to use canned vegetables, I would drain it and rinse it first. Okay, make sure you taste you taste it to see if you need any more flavors that you're missing or if you're looking for, so you can adjust before you add your vegetables in. We're gonna simmer it down for maybe an hour and a half, depending on how tender you want the bones to get. I stewed mine down for about an hour and a half, on a real low simmer, because this will stick. So make sure you turn it down and be careful, because you don't want to scorch your soup. Okay, I am going to add in more water because I do feel like it needs a little bit of water, just to offset the saltiness from the meat. Now I season this meat really heavy with salt and pepper, and I can tell that once it started to sit inside of the soup, I could tell that the taste was it was good, it was perfect, but a little too salty. So I added in more water. And I added my okra in last. Yes, these vegetables was gonna help. Nothing is seasoned. All of this is frozen. So now I feel like my salt levels are perfect. I am going to go back in with a little bit more thyme. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of the crushed red peppers, because I think it just needed a little bit more of a heat level. But it tastes absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, let's get this covered for an hour and a half on a low simmer. And just like that, we have homemade vegetable soup. Amazing. And I made some cornbread. Y'all have seen me make cornbread before. But grab yourself a bowl. Here's your dinner. See you guys in the next one. Bye.